I love to talk about dreams, and even better when I get to talk about an album that makes me feel like I'm in a dream. I love dreams.
Cardboard food and severance.
Book of Churches is the solo project from Divorce co-frontman Felix Mackenzie Barrow, and this self-titled album is his debut. It sees Felix setting aside the warm-toned guitar pop of Divorce's work in favour of some more desaturated folk singer-songwriter music. So if you're a fan of the band's sound, just looking for a quick fix while they make more music, I can't in good conscience say that this album is necessarily for you. Instead, Book of Churches is an album made up of considered sparseness, which, led by Felix's ever-gorgeous baritone and guitar playing, depicts a worldview that is informed by dislocation, isolation, and even at times grief. Overall, it gives me the impression of a recurring dream that follows me doggedly, leaving me weary and trying to decipher its meaning. Felix imbues his songs with the kind of obsessive logic of imagery that only really appears in dreams. He repeatedly uses birds as totems, sets his narratives in transitory places like hotels, and follows journeys that never really seem to go anywhere in the relatively still instrumental surroundings. Now, that's not to say that the songs themselves don't go anywhere. The journeys that Felix brings us on just never seem to begin or end. We're just on them with him, with this hazy sense of vacancy and loss. Even on the closing track Stones in Your Bag, the narrator's stay with a loved one in a hotel feels almost purgatorial, which lends a particular kind of tender sadness to the lyrics that I've not really been able to shake. Among others, North Atlantic Ocean and Catalpa in the Sky circle back on plane journeys. The former sees the record at its most rangy lyrically, as Felix seems to suffer a fitful sleep while in transit, while the latter reads like someone reminiscing on their life as they gaze out an airplane window. Instrumentally, this LP is mostly acoustic guitar led. Much of the recording was supposedly done on a £15 charity shop guitar, but there are gauzy, flickery elements added, like drones, bells, triangles, and synths that build this rather anxious, liminal kind of world. Like the looming strings that catch the ear on Eileen, or the tension-building warbling on the lively All the Good Things, or the pedal steel that adorns Hard Ride, which of all of the tracks on here is the one I could most see as a Divorce track. Meanwhile, the way the vocals are produced with doubled melodies or harmonies panned hard to the left or right conjures this sense of space, which in turn evokes being alone in a room with only your circling thoughts for company. Felix's finest vocal comes on the centerpiece The Quiet Was a Heron, where he dips right down into his chest voice to sing the title phrase, and it is just gorgeous and a little bit devastating. Not to harp on, but this slippery album genuinely feels like it was plucked from my dreamscapes. I could say more on the themes of suspension and transit here that I imagine emerge from the achieving of the dream that is becoming an in-demand touring musician, but then the video would be too long. For now, I'll leave you with this. If pastoral folk that takes a turn for the Gothic is anything close to your sort of thing, then you will enjoy Book of Churches.